Morning students. In the previous class we have seen the basics of writing a C programs in 8051 Keel software, and also we have seen written some programs for time delay generation. In this class we are going to see a bitwise logical operators in C, and for the same we are going to write a program sum. So we know what is meant by a logical operator. So the under logical operation you will get AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation and NOT operation. Apart from this we have some more operations also, but we are in writing a program we are going to focus mainly on these four operations. To represent your AND operation you will be writing A and B. OR operation you will be writing like this: OR operation and inverter operation. So we should know what is AND operation. When you have two input, AND operation stands with A dot B. When you have two input, OR operation means A plus B. When A and B are going to be your two input, XOR operation is going to be A bar B plus A B bar. Next, inverter. Inverter operation means if you give 0, it will be 1. If you give 1 at the input, it will be 0. Likewise, the bitwise, bit by bit, we are going to do it. For example, you consider two numbers. Two numbers in the sense you consider, I'll write one small program. Move A comma hash 25H. Okay. Move B comma hash 10H. Like this, two datas are available. So when you have two datas like this, then AND operation, for doing a logical AND operation you will be using ANL, A comma B. It means that these two datas, that is whatever data you have in accumulator and B register, it is going to be logically AND. The data available in accumulator is 25. 25 can be written as 0010 50101. B10 10 means 0001 0000. Okay, so ANL, it means that AND, logical AND, bitwise operation. So bitwise in the sense each bit will be logically ANDed. So one AND with 0 means 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So bit by bit it will be logically ANDed. So bitwise logical operation in the sense this is the operation that takes place. And when we discuss the instruction set, that time with a lot of examples we have analyzed each and every operations of your logical instruction. In this class with C, by writing a C program we will be understanding how exactly your AND or XOR and inverter operation is going to work. For as usual we need to include a header file. So this is to access all your 8051 library function in embedded C. We need to include this header file, void main function. Then we need to add two numbers, right? So I'm going to use my port to store my data. So port 0 will store the data 0x35 logically ANDed with 0x0f. So it means that after executing this particular instruction, after executing your first instruction, what is the data available? Between these two data, logical AND operation, bitwise AND operation should take place. 35 can be written as 0011, 5 can be written as 0101. And 0f means 0000 1111. So logical AND operation means both the input has to be true for the output to be true. Otherwise, if any one input is false, output will be false. So here you will be getting 05 answer that will be stored in your P0, that is port 0. Same thing after doing an OR operation between these two numbers, that is 04 and 68, your port 1 will store the OR operation, bitwise OR operation result in port 1. XOR, bitwise OR operation result will be stored in port 2, and P0 will store inversion of that 0x F55, that is complement. So after executing this instruction, AA will be stored in your port 0. Next, so it is your logical operation. Next, shift right and shift left. Shift right, shift left. Shift right for how many digits? So P1. In P1, this 9A. 9A means 0x9A very much greater than 3 means 3 times you need to shift it right, and after shifting 3 times the result of execution will be stored in port 1. For example, you have 9A. 9A can be written as 1001A, 1010. Okay, shift right in the sense you need to shift it over here. So 1 0 1 1 0 0 1. So first time shift. Again second time shift means here 0 1 1 0 0 1 0, and this 1 will be. It is second time shift. Third time again if you have wanted to shift in the sense 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0. So after 3 times the 53H will be loaded onto your port 1. So this is the main. Likewise the operation shifting right 4 times means this particular data will be shifted 4 times right, and the result of execution will be stored in your P2 register. Suppose if you are changing the arrow mark like this, that is 0x75. Like this, if you are changing the arrow mark like this means, so this particular arrow mark will represent you have to shift this particular data 3 times left. Clear? So it is your logical bitwise operation. One program will see, write an 8051 program to toggle all the bits of port 0 and port 2. So all the bits of port 0 and port 2 continuously with 250 millisecond using inverting and XOR operator. So in the previous classes we have also written a program to toggle all the bits of the ports, but by using a for loop function or by using a while loop function. So in this they have specifically given we need to use a inverting and XOR operator respectively to toggle all the bits of this port 0 and port 2 continuously with 250 millisecond. So as usual, to access your 8051 library function, you have to include #include reg51.h. Then I am going to use a delay function. So this delay function, as we discussed earlier, so here I have specified only the name. Before I have written a function. So this function I can access over here. I have written a function delay program here, right? So this delay program can be utilized just by mentioning the name of the function in the program. So as mentioned over here, you can see here void ms delay unsigned int and void main function. Since it is not going to return any value to the function, we are going to use void main, and we need to toggle the ports of P0 and P2 continuously. So P0 value is 55 and P2 value also you write it as 55. Since this loop needs to be run continuously forever, you are going to give while 1. P0 is equal to tilted sign of P0 in the sense it is not operation, that is it is in your inverting operation, that is 55. When you invert it you will be getting AA, so it will be continuously maintaining. And P2 in the sense, for example you had given 55, so when it is toggling 55 you are given 55, I can write it as 0101 0101. Okay, if I wanted to have a toggle in the sense 1010 1010, it should come like this. So to make it as a toggle, I wanted to do an XOR operation with this P2, then only it will get toggled. For example, you can see here P2 is 55, right? So 55 can be written as 0101 0101. Okay, when I do an XOR operation with FF, I will be getting 1 1 1 1 1 1. So after this I will get here 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. So after doing an XOR operation, so this stands for A and it is also A. So with the help of your NOT inverting and XOR operation, we have toggled the bits of port 0 and port 2 continuously with a delay function of 250 milliseconds. One more program. Write an 8051C program to get bit P1.0 to get the bit. So whatever data you have in P1.0, that we need to receive it and we need to send it to port 2.7 after inverting. So to define these two bits individually, we are going to use a data type S bit, because this is the data type that is used for representing your single bit. So port 1.0, I need to get the data from this port 1.0 and I have to send it. So I can consider this as my input bit. So S bit input is equal to P1.0 and same thing, S bit output is equal to P2 inverted 7. Okay. So to define this port 1.0 and port 2.7, we are going to use the data type S bit. P1.0 I am going to consider as an input bit, as I am going to receive the data. So S bit input is equal to P1.0. Next I am going to consider P2.7 as my output bit. So I have to use S bit as a data type. Since I am going to consider the P output as P2.7 as an output variable, I am going to define the variable out for P2.7. Then I wanted to send this P1.0 bit to P2.7. We'll start the program. Void main void while 1. So it is for infinite loop. Mem bit is equal to, why I am using mem bit in the sense, bit is to receive only one bit of data. Mem bit is equal to in bit in the sense whatever I have given in this port 1.0, that will be loaded in mem bit. Then after inverting, and it should be stored in P2.7. So what is the variable shown for P2.7? It is your out bit. Therefore out bit is equal to this tilted sign. Why we are using it is for inverting function, inverting of your mem bit. For example, here this is in port 0. You consider it is the port 0. Port 0 zeroth bit. So port 0 zeroth bit I am having 1. This bit m bit, what it will do, I'll tell. So mem bit is equal to in bit. In bit represent port 1.0. So it is your port 1.0. So what is available in port 1.0? 1 is available. So that 1 will get stored in this. So after executing here, mem bit is equal to 1. Then out bit is equal to inversion of your mem bit. What is available in your mem bit now? 1 is available in your mem bit. Therefore, inversion of this is going to be 0. Therefore, in out bit 0 will be stored. So this is how we need to write an 8051 program, by utilizing all the functions, like whatever it is asked in the question. With respect to that, we need to focus our programs. Thank you, students.